So, Joseph, you went from private equity to
Yeah.
being a grower, an amazing grower
Well,
who,
what's private equity if you're dead? If you're, you know what I mean? Like if I'm
mm,
dead, what does it matter what I'm doing? You know what I mean?
so
So,
cool.
so when in that time frame when I was going through that, my mindset shifted and my wife, I remember she said, "Listen, forget about everything. If there was anything that you'd want to do, what would it be?"
Our potential, it's exponential. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode. You are going to love our guest today. I love him so much. I'm so grateful he came on today. Joseph, thank you for coming, man.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Always wanted to do it, man.
Man, I made this podcast so I could have on growers to show people the way and just kind of their journey and where they came from. So, yeah, man, do you want to talk about how you got into this? Maybe where you grew up and a little bit of your background?
Yeah. Give you a quick. I won't go too long into it, but I grew up in England, in London. Moved to the States when I was 16. Went to boarding school in New Hampshire. It was freezing, and I was like, I'm not staying in Massachusetts. So I ended up in South Florida, and I never left. I did my grad school here. Was in finance. Worked for a private equity firm. Got sick.
Wow. Yeah, tell
because
people.
of all the stress involved with just my life at that time. Super stressed. Didn't love what I was doing. Wasn't passionate about it. I was traveling all over the world, not really, away from my home, my family, my wife, everything. So
And you got sick. Tell people
I
about
got sick.
that.
Yeah, I got stage 4 cancer.
Wow.
My life switched, completely changed around, and it was a rough time, man. But it was, you can look. It depends on how you look at certain things in your life, So it could end up being like, I don't want to say victim mode, but you could say like, oh, how did this happen to me? Or you can say, okay, why did this happen, and what is it trying to teach me?
Being real with it.
Yeah, because it happened
Honest.
for a reason. I'm 32 years old. Why at 32? Like and the kind of cancer I had is like for older people, so it's like super weird,
Stress, you said.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I believe when you're super stressed, your body will go into fight or flight. If you're in fight or flight, I don't think your body can heal anything. So everyone gets cancer cells, everyone gets, and your body always repairs it, So problem is, if you're chronically stressed all the time, your body doesn't recognize the difference between being stressed at work, bad marriage, stressful situation, or being chased by a lion.
Right.
So your body doesn't realize. It just puts you into the fight or flight state.
And you deplete, you're not restoring yourself.
Right, because your body usually handles it. But when you're in fight or flight, it says, forget about everything else. Right now, your adrenals are triggered. You're in fight or flight mode. So the problem with that, it's okay. It's a defense mechanism to have that, but it's for running for your life. It's not supposed to be long-term in that state. And we all get in and out of that state, right? That's why adaptogen mushrooms are awesome for that. Adaptogen plants also, because they help the body not get attacked by that stress.
Totally.
So those are really great. Obviously, there's meditation, yoga, all those things that will help release certain stress. But
Working on the land.
Working on land's
So
one of
now
the best.
So Joseph, you went from private equity to
Yeah.
being a grower, an amazing grower.
Well, what's private equity if you're dead? If you're, you know what I mean? Like if I'm dead, what does it matter what I'm doing? You know what I mean? So
cool.
so when in that time frame when I was going through that, my mindset shifted and my wife, I remember she said, "Listen, forget about everything. If there was anything that you'd want to do, what would it be?" And I'm like, honestly, it sounds stupid, but I really want to open up a farm. And she goes, "Let's do it." I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And
Ride or die.
yeah, she is a ride or die girl. She's an amazing girl. So it's it was like, she was working in Boca at the time, and I was, we bought this piece of land. I had some money and some stocks. I sold the stocks, bought a short sale land in Loxahatchee, a great deal on it. And it was a mess, bro. I had to clean it up. There was a lot of it was overgrown. There was nothing really there. So we basically had a blank slate.
How long ago was that?
2014, I bought the land, and then
You started Gratitude Garden.
Yeah, and just me and my wife, and you know, we didn't borrow any money. Everything that we did was with our own funds.
Wow.
So we would just work. We would do the market, make a little bit of money, then we'd build something. Bootstrapping it, man.
Yeah, invested more into the farm, into the land.
Yeah, man. We had some rough years, and we've had some good years. But you know, when you're starting up and you're putting everything you have into what you have, you know, we struggled at sometimes, you know, it was tough.
Totally.
And
it rains at the farmer's market. You can't go. You have all this.
Yeah.
So tell people, because I don't think people know Joseph has an operation. It's awesome. Like you were talking about mushrooms, like how many chefs you delivered all these chefs in South Florida. Tell people about so you started with the vision of wanting to be a farmer. Now you manifested that.
Yes.
Congrats, Joseph. What are you like focusing on? What's like your world today? What were you successful in?
Well, most important thing first is to block out outside noise, because outside noise is, you're going to do, you know, like I have an MBA and I ended up being a farmer, right? My family was like, what do you mean you want to be a farmer? You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, you gotta block that outside noise out and focus in what you want, and then manifest what you see. And the only way you can manifest that is by seeing it. So I would go out like in certain spots of the farm and go, what do I want to see here? And I would just visualize what I wanted to build there. And then sure enough, happens. And I'll just do that to every little spot of the farm until everything was done. We'd have a little mushroom section, and it would be, you know, raised bed section, and it'll be a greenhouse section. And I'll be like, what do I want to do here? A water house here. I'm going to, you know, build an RO system over here, a mushroom container over here, microgreen room over here. And it's just like, just nonstop. Yeah. So it's like trying to, and then we figure out how we can get it done, you know. It drives my wife crazy sometimes. She's like, we stop building stuff.
Like, dude, I've been to your place. There's like, dude, look at my new compost tea setup. It's just like state of the art. Like, like we built that last week, you know. But for real, you get after it. And you're saying visualization helped you with that.
Yes. Amazing. I think visualization is very key, because when everyone's gone and it's just you and, you know, and my wife too, and we will just like, I'll just go out to a space that I know where we're going to build something, and it's quiet, and I just look and I just stare and I just visualize what I want to build there. And then the clearer it gets, the faster it gets done. And then like the clearer I see everything precise, then it kind of like manifests a lot faster.
Very cool.
But you know, thinking about something isn't going to manifest what you want, because you have to create action with that. It's not like, I'm just going to, you know, people to read The Secret. That's it. $100 million.
Thank you.
No,
thank
you got to put action behind your manifestation.
Joseph's up working, man. Yeah.
Good. Me and my wife were working 100 hours a week for like 4 or 5 years straight. Like,
it honestly takes that nowadays to make it.
There's been so many nights with me and Tana, me and my wife. It's like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. We got 4 markets that weekend, and we're like harvesting spouts, and Tana's like crying, harvesting, and like we're so tired and emotionally drained.
But it had to
get. It breaks my heart.
It was time to cut. Right.
It breaks my heart to you know that my wife's she's a tough cookie, man.
She's great, man.
She's amazing, man.
Wow.
So she's
She helps you.
She's not the average. She's not the
special man.
Girl.
So tell us about that. She's been your rock as far as on the journey.
Everything, man.
Wow.
Everything I've been through, she's been right there. She's an amazing girl.
Cool.
Yeah. She went through that. I mean, that's a horrible as a partner to watch your loved one go through something like that we went through is tough enough. And
Pain.
then, I mean, a lot of people don't make it through that. They, you know, on both sides, meaning like either the marriage or, you know, the person doesn't make it, you know, like, so a lot of bad things could happen in that. But, you know, the most important thing was that carrot. When we figured out what we wanted, and then the carrot was right in front of our face, like that carrot is what I always talk about, a carrot, which is your desires, your wants, the reason why you're here on earth.
You guys are aligned with that.
Yeah, well, most cancer patients, they lose their carrot.
Wow.
When somebody is devastated with a trauma or something like that, the body goes fight or flight. They lose their carrot. They don't have their desire to necessarily move on.
Why bother?
Why bother? And then now you've got a horrible death sentence, and now you have a huge mountain you got to climb. And what do I have waiting for me at the top of that mountain? My shitty, crappy life existence prior to it getting cancer. Now you have cancer, and now you've got a mountain, and then at the end you still have it. So you have to change your carrot. Huge.
That's what you did.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. You change your carrot.
Beautiful.
And then even if it sounds, crazy to, but everything that we said when I was in that hospital bed saying, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, all manifesting. Every bit of it. Wow. So
you
now
healed yourself.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking of it like that. I didn't think of it like that. I just thought of it like I don't have time. I'm focusing on what I want.
Wow.
Right? What I want, not what I don't want.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it's stopped being in your focus.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting.
And I stopped going and taking tests. I stopped doing all those things. I mean, I did go get my tests and my blood work, but it's like every time I felt something, I was like, what's this? Lymph node here. What's that? Lymph node here. Like I couldn't let that in my head, because then you can go neg really quick.
Yeah.
And then when you're down there, it's hard to get out. So a lot of people, when they get that, it's difficult for them to look and to focus on what they want rather than what is behind them.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
Dude, totally. You're super interesting, Joseph. You blocking out the noise. Like, because then that's probably the case with the doctors and all this stuff too. When you get that, there's probably 100%. Just like hopelessness.
Well, not just that. My whole family are medical doctors. My dad's a plastic surgeon. My uncle's the anesthesiologist. My other uncle's an anesthesiologist. My grandfather was a surgeon. So I come from a line of doctors. So they're all medical based, and I don't have anything against medical based. I think that it has its place.
Yes.
For operations, removing certain tumors, okay. But obviously, I believe in trying to heal the environment that it, instead of
holistic medicine.
Yeah, I mean, figuring out. No, not
How does that change your life, man?
Not just holistic.
That's so beautiful.
Not just holistic, but fixing the environment that you live in, so that your body, your everything, your work, your body, your mindset, your food, your water. Fixing that and then giving your body a chance to do what it does. You know what I mean? Rather than let's cut this out, let's do this, because sometimes the intention is there, but your body takes a beating and sometimes it doesn't recover, especially when you take out specific organs that your body needs to heal. So those are tricky.
Interesting. Given an environment for it to thrive and do what it already does.
Well, the most important thing, like I said before, was to eliminate the fight or flight, because most people that have degenerative diseases are in fight or flight. So but it's like, how do you eliminate that when you've got like this horrible death sentence hanging over your head? Like, oh, just relax, forget about it. Like, it's hard, So that's the skills. That's working with the right techniques in order for you to release the stressors. There are some techniques. There are some psychotherapists that can help you. There's a lot of different things you can do. There's Joe Dispenza.
Yeah.
He talks a lot about that. Specifically, what I've been noticing is he talks about exactly that, about how your mind can make you sick and how your mind can make you better too. Yeah. So it's
he heals people through meditation, all that stuff.
Well,
same thing we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mindset. What you believe, what you see, what you believe will eventually come to reality, because that's all you're thinking about. So you have to be obsessed with whatever you want.
Yeah, you're obsessed with gratitude garden. It's a beautiful thing. So I was trying to, but thank you for sharing all that, man. It's super deep and powerful. But how can people learn from your ways? Joseph he grows the most beautiful mushrooms, the most beautiful turmeric fields. So what's your secret, man?
Well,
what are you doing differently than other people?
Well, I've been growing since 2015, different methods. We used to grow in straw. Then now, we got a partner. His name's Claudio. He's been working with us. He's been great.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. He's been really important in helping us engineer and build custom-made stuff for the mushroom farm. Because a lot of this, you can't just buy this stuff. You have to build it and figure it out. Because not many people are growing in South Florida. It's hot out here.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do you keep a mushroom room at 60 degrees? That's the trick.
And so you do shipping containers, right?
Yeah, I can't get too much into it, but yeah, we do.
We don't have to give them the secret sauce.
No.
Yeah.
We do an insulated shipping containers. We have to watch the temperature, the CO2 levels, the humidity levels. And then you have to evacuate the room every 15 minutes, depending on the CO2, depending on how many blocks you have in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mushrooms are challenging, man. They're very, very challenging. It took us about 2 to 3 years to break 1,000 pounds a week. We just couldn't hit that number. It was like our nemesis for 3 years. We kept hitting 750, 800, 900. Couldn't just break that 1,000. Now we're at well over 1,100 a week, and we're by the end of
pounds
March,
a week.
Yeah, and by the end of March we'll be at probably 1,600 pounds. But then that's the max that we can do at the farm. And then we have plans for something else down the road, but I won't get into that. It's an idea right now. It's not
very cool.
There's no visualization yet. Soon.
Yeah, I love it, man. And what I love about your place, you really grow quality you go to the farmer's market, your stuff is, you make decoctions out of your mushrooms, right? Tell people about your specialty products, I guess.
Yeah, well, the passion behind the farm was to do more of a medicinal farm and create medicinal products from the food that we grow in order to help people. I like the saying called, from your pain will stem your passion. Through the pain of what we went through is kind of where we want to be to help other people that are going through it. And I spend many hours a week talking to stage 4 cancer patients and stuff like that, trying to give them some hope because, they call me. I don't even know how to get my number. They just somehow find me and they call me and they ask me, hey, what did you do? I've got stage 4 cancer. They don't say I'm not going to live long, blah, blah, blah. So, I like to give them, the fact that I'm still here, just the fact I'm here gives them hope. You know what I mean? So when I got it, I tried to call, I remember I tried to find someone who had what I had that survived.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anybody.
Wow.
I finally found one person, a friend of a friend of a family's friend, that had what I had around my age, and he survived. And I asked him, hey, can you get me, I would love to talk to him. Guy didn't want to talk to me. So he wouldn't talk to me.
No way.
Yeah.
You didn't get a hold of him?
No, he wouldn't talk to me.
Wow. So now you wanna help people.
Because I remember how shitty how bad I felt. Right? Yeah. I was like, man, because I was like, he's the only one I know that's made it what I have. He's he's alive. I wanna know what he did. What he didn't want to talk. And I could understand he didn't want to bring up all those emotions or feelings because he must have gone through the ringer. Because it's not fun. I know what he went through, so it wasn't fun, especially if he went down the medical route because it was brutal. Yeah, it was a little brutal. It wasn't fun.
Wow, man. Yeah. Now you go to the farmer's market and you spread the vibes.
Yeah.
The message.
Right. So I went off on a tangent as I often do.
No, it's real. I love it, man.
But to answer your question, we make different extracts. So we grow medicinal mushrooms. Yes. We grow some rare turmeric, some black turmeric, some Thai turmeric, very, very high curcumin ratings.
It's medicine. That stuff is anti-inflammatory.
No joke. You don't want to juice that. It's nasty.
Yeah.
But it's medicine.
And it'll stain your juicer.
It will destroy you. It tastes everything. It's very, very powerful.
Yeah. That black turmeric's amazing.
Yeah,
man.
Black turmeric's amazing. So basically we extract that. And we combine them with different mushrooms too. So the lion's mane and turmeric, most people think turmeric just an anti-inflammatory, but it works amazing on the brain, mood, memory. It's actually even more potent than Prozac at helping with depression. So when you combine the two varieties of turmeric that we grow together with the lion's mane, it's a powerful medicine. People really love it, man. And then we do a lot of our beta testing with our customer base because we've got 4 or 5 markets, and our customers come back and go, "Oh, this was amazing." I have people that like just even talk to Spencer. You know Spencer, my guy Spencer.
Of course.
He was going to have surgery on his knee, and he started taking the turmeric power plus that we make, and man, it sorted him completely out. And then he stopped taking it, and his knee blew up again. Then he started taking it again, knee went perfect again. So it really helps with inflammation.
People come back to those markets, man. Yeah. That's what was a bummer about COVID. People like wanted, they were like, yo, I need this stuff.
Yeah,
I
it was.
That.
But we did, we survived during COVID, man. We just...
People came to you guys. I remember out there, I remember.
Well, what we did was we did
it's
like drop off, we did like boxes, and then we would drive to our markets with the boxes they pre-ordered and then drop them off.
Got you.
So they would pay for it online, and we would drive over and just drop it off in the spot. Like where we do our markets,
you innovated.
They would line up.
Yeah.
Because they wanted their food, man. They wanted their food. They didn't want food from Publix and Costco. They wanted food that was grown fresh, so and everyone was closed, no one would do it, but we had to survive too, so
they closed down the farmers market. I remember, I'm like, dude, these are our livelihoods.
It's our livelihood, man. They
were like, okay, curbside.
They wouldn't even let us do that.
For a while.
They kicked us out a couple spots.
Wow.
Really?
Man.
We got kicked out.
Wow.
Even just trying to meet up with our people to hand them boxes, they kicked us out. I was like,
crazy,
man, they got to eat. Like, what do you want to do?
We have medicine for you right now. Yeah,
it was tough, man.
Wow.
But we got through it, man.
Right on. I love your tinctures, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. So totally. We do like reishi, we do reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, and shiitake, and then we also have like just a straight reishi one, and they're dual extracted, so they're soaked in organic alcohol for 6 to 8 weeks, and then they're tea simmer afterwards to get the polysaccharides out, and then that's reduced and then combined back with the original alcohol extraction for a dual extraction. So you're getting cold and hot extractions in one bottle.
Amazing.
So those are what herbalists will do with mushrooms. If you want a little extra, that's we
There's
feel
some
that's
sauce
the way to
right there, bro. That's beautiful. Thank you, man.
That's what we feel is the most medicinal form to extract.
And you grow it right there on the land.
We grow it in our we do grow.
Special.
We grow all of them.
Yeah. Where can people get that stuff?
At the markets and online. So gratitudegardenfarm.com, and then also West Palm Market, Palm Beach Gardens Market, Delray Market, Swank Market, and then Parkland Market.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, so Joseph, this is amazing stuff. So tell me about what's in store, like, for your land in the future.
Yeah, so we've been really, the last 7 years, 6 to 7 years has just been basically just a grunt farm. It's just working, and then now we want to start, finally start working on aesthetics and building it out. And
it's been looking good, man.
You haven't seen it recently.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is, because we're getting it ready for the March 7th event, so it has to be like perfect by then. It's not like just,
your first. So is that your first farm to table?
Yeah,
dinner?
I've never done one. Yeah.
Wow. People have been probably asking.
For years. Yeah. So that's why Alex is doing the first one. He's Chef Alex Vegan Wagon. So veganwagon.com. He's doing the first farm to table on our farm, because he's been asking me for years, and I'm like, I'm not ready. And finally I was like, all right, I'm gonna say yes to him, just so it forces me to get ready. So I said yes to him, so now it's forcing us to get ready, and I'm just like, but it's looking so great. Like I walked the other day, and I was just like, man, everything's looking so pretty.
Cool.
It's really nice.
I want to go.
Yeah, I would love you to. I would love you to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
So March 7th, 6 o'clock.
March 7th.
Yeah,
I think this will be out before then too.
Oh, right, cool.
So maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah. And then eventually by next season, we're building 9 geodesic domes on the farm, and that is. Wait, are you gonna do like a retreat style, like Airbnbs or something? It's not really an Airbnb. It's gonna be more. It's going to be more 3-4 day retreats.
4-day retreats.
Yep, and then we're going to have different ones. So it'll be more like, just a basic, not detox per se, but more like, 3-4 days where we teach you a lot of stuff. So you're coming and you're learning some gardening classes. You're learning how to harvest, how to plant. You're going to learn a little bit of mushroom production. You're going to get some lectures on food nutrition, on juicing, on smoothies. You're going to have other lecturers come in. You'll learn about microgreens. You'll learn about a bunch of this stuff. There'll be yoga, sound healing, stuff like that. So like a 3-4 day getaway.
Yeah.
But there's activities. You can choose to join them or not.
Yeah.
Right? Or you can just chill and not do anything, or you can come and you learn. You might be like,
I want
to learn.
Farm total immersion experience.
Yeah. So, and I'm not going to teach everything because there's going to be some other experts I'm going to bring in that are probably better at certain things than I am, like fruit, like fruit tree graftings, the different stuff, bonsai. I wanted to bring the bonsai guys in and have everyone learn how to trim bonsais. I thought it'd be super cool.
I was next to those guys.
Yeah,
they're
awesome. They're awesome. Yeah. So different fun activities that are educational, and then obviously we're going to do different ones that are more advanced, like advanced mushroom growing, like from A to Z, like learn how to do, not just fruit blocks, but how to make the blocks, how to colonize, how to do everything, lab work, like all that stuff.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of interest in that right now, and there's really not a lot out there. When we started, there was really nothing out there.
Interesting.
And we just had to learn. We just had to learn to read books and learn, and we're just reading, like, poor Claudio's like reading these thick books. He's like, how do we grow this variety? And it's like, it's not working, and we don't understand. So
you guys are scientists, man.
Well, it is. It's like science meets nature. It's like it's a combination of two. And the good thing is Claudio's he's like super left brain. I'm super right brain. So we make a good partnership. So it works out well. He's more like, okay, I'm going to build it like that. He's very structured. And I'm just like, see everything, but
visualize
it. And I come up with
dreamer.
I see it. I see what we need to do. And then I discuss it with Claudio, and then he either agrees with me, and then, okay, how do we build it? And then he helps build it. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So we went from straw when we worked together, and we started going with straw, and then we moved to wood, because wood opens up a whole nother avenue. We can grow a lot of different varieties.
Yeah.
When we switch to wood, straw, you're limited to like 2 or 3 oyster varieties, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And it has its limitations.
You have how many different mushrooms
we could grow a lot, but we're growing about 6 to 8 varieties.
The tried and true ones that do
the ones that we find that we've nailed. But
right on.
I love variety, but for when we're doing the wholesale to the restaurants, we need to do something that we can provide consistently, because those guys have us on the menu and we can't let them down.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that everyone,
respects.
So, that's a challenge, because anything can happen. Squirrel runs up, on our line, and poof, our electric's out, and then we're like, 3 containers are down, and I've got 1,000 pounds of mushrooms that.
Wow.
And that happens,
it happens,
it's happened, man.
Hurricanes, all this stuff. People don't realize growers,
man,
there's no
scary, dude.
Yeah.
There's no insurance for that.
Yeah.
No one's going to insure you for that.
Wow. Yeah, man.
And FPL,
it's real as a farmer. People don't realize. Joseph, it's like you need results. Like that's what I think about. It's a little different for what we do. You actually need to live in reality. Like
or my electric gets shut off.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, farmers are out here.
Yeah, it was tough. It's not easy being a farmer to make a living, but I don't know if you saw that recently, but they said like the number 1 happiest job in the world is farming.
Wow.
It's being like a small farmer, like actually gardening, getting your feet in the ground, working. It's actually one of the happiest jobs, as you can tell by you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Happy all the time.
Yeah, dude, I definitely have. Yo, that's been the theme on this podcast. Literally every person's been like, yo, it makes you happier. Like, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You're happy, Joseph?
I am. I would love to be in the field more, but I
feel that.
I'm up here looking at everything. So it's kind of like, like I would love to be just like not worry about everything going on and just focus on like trellising tomatoes or planting or,
Dude, I so relate to you, Joseph.
But I can't,
But how do you deal with that stress, right? Because you walk in here, which like you're good at that. You just chill and break away. Like,
yeah, have you heard my phone just buzzing for the last hour?
I have.
Yeah. So, but I put on silent. So
yeah. Yeah, it's real. Chefs want their stuff right then and there.
Well, I don't talk to the chefs.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Gotcha,
I can't. They're too much. I have thank God I have Jose. Thank you, Jose. I love you, Jose.
Heck yeah, he's your office guy.
Jose is the one that handles all the chefs. He takes the orders in. He deals with some
Yeah.
The characters can be a little strong sometimes. Because they just want their stuff.
They're passionate too. Yeah,
they're passionate too, man. Respect to them.
Yeah, totally.
But they'll blow up your phone at like 1 a.m. Like, hey, I forgot to put my order in. Can I have 30 pounds of lion's mane? I'm just like, dude, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So now
they're doing inventory.
But Jose picks up. Yeah. Hey, chef. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm like, dude, don't pick up the phone, bro. Have boundaries. No, he's awesome because he's passionate. Jose's passionate. Also, he's great.
You have a great team.
Yeah, I have a great team, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Claudio's. Claudio's is awesome. He's like the heartbeat of the mushroom section, and me and him are very different in regards to how we operate.
Yeah.
I'm very lax, and everyone just like I'm have fun with everybody. He's more militant, but he's super sweet and nice guy. But he's more like it has to be done like this, exactly this, and exactly 1 ounce in this thing, and not So he likes a system. So
that's good though.
We need that.
We need that.
I need someone in my life like that.
Yeah.
To be like, because I'm just like whatever. Like. Like the guys
1,200 pounds a week going.
No,
he stays on it.
No, we have to make sure because it's a business, and we have to make sure that everyone eats, because if the business goes down, that we have to 5-6 people can lose their jobs.
That's it, man.
So at the end of the day, it's more than just us, And my wife and I could have shut it down years ago, but we didn't want to do that because we were like, there's 4 or 5 other people relying on this, and we put so much time, effort into it. I don't want to just like eliminate that part of the business, even though for my mental sanity it probably would be a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
but that's the challenge when you're a business owner sometimes, and you have people that you care about that work with you. It's like sometimes you just like don't think of yourself and your mindset, you think of the other people.
Totally.
That's at least me and my wife do.
Yeah, man.
And otherwise we probably wouldn't have got to this point, to be honest with you, because we're like, we don't need to do that. It's just an added thing. It's like stress. Because we were always telling the chefs, no, we don't deal with chefs. We just grow for markets, and that's it. We grow a couple 100 pounds a week, easy life.
When it started to get crazy,
But then we let 1 or 2 chefs in, then 3, 4, 5, and then before you know it, we're just like, pop, 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 and then now we're getting delivery drivers. We're driving to Miami 2-3 times a week. We're going to Palm Beach. We're going to Palm Beach County 2-3 times a week. So it's like, it's just like on the go constantly. So it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
But
I'd imagine
it's a lot.
Deliveries to Miami.
Yeah. But I want
Respect.
I want to focus. I want Claudio to be able to handle that because he's super competent and he knows what he's doing, and he's great at handling production and everything. That's the most important thing. Making sure we have the mushrooms. Moving them is easy. It's getting them on a consistent basis without any drama.
Yeah.
But there is always drama on a farm. Always. There should be a
always
reality show on a farm because the stuff that goes down every day is insane, especially on our farm. It's insane.
For real?
Yeah, especially when Manny's around. That's a whole nother story. He's the big guy on the tractor.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. When he's around, there's all sorts of stuff happens. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so...
Loxahatchee, man.
Oh, he's Loxahatchee.
Yeah, he is.
He's born and bred. But he's awesome.
Man.
If the crap hit the fan, I'm taking him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's staying on our farm because he's like MacGyver. He's like a Loxahatchee MacGyver.
Yeah, you're taking him.
For sure. Him and Claudio, we're good, but we lock the gates. We're fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah, dude.
We'll come out fat after 10 years.
It's a banana fortress. Yeah. Joseph, that's what's the beautiful thing about the markets. It's really like relationships, right? Like you've touched probably so many people, man. How have you impacted like the local community?
Yeah, I mean, it's why we do what we do, man. I mean, really, because we don't have to do this.
Right.
Like we go to the point where, like, man, the amount we're working, I see my wife crying, harvesting sprouts at like 8 o'clock at night, and we're like, why am I putting her through this? Why are we doing this? And it's always in the back of my mind, like, do I have to really do this? And then when we go to the market, man, and we see how grateful these people are, it's just like, man, this is you guys are the reason why we do this, you know.
That's what it's about, man.
And if you ask any one of our guys, Spencer, Antonio, any of those guys that do our market, they'll tell you. And
they're touched.
They love it because, you know, Spencer works on the farm. Antonio doesn't really work too much on the farm, but he's one of my OG. He's one of me and Tana's OGs. He was one of the first guys. He came to us when he was 18, 19. He was just a little kid. He couldn't even look at you in the eye. Now he's running all the big markets, and people love him. He has his own groupie following, and you know, he's awesome. He's awesome.
Man. I remember planting turmeric with him years ago.
Yeah, he's an awesome kid, man.
Sick.
But you'll see the passion between him and Spencer and all the other guys that worked with us. They believe in what we do, and they get all this love from the people. So when they go there, they're like, you guys are the best. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all you do. And they're just getting showered all day with love. So everybody loves to do the market because they just go there and they're just getting showered with, like, you know,
I do
all
miss
the appreciation.
that, dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
Love,
yeah, they're
bro.
like, man, thank you so much. I had your turmeric shots, or I had your mushrooms, they were amazing. Yeah, thank you so much for what you do. I've never had anything, you know. So you get all that appreciation and love, and that's kind of what. Antonio was out this weekend. I had to do PGA, and I also had to cover for West Palm. And I went and did the markets again. I hadn't done them for a little bit, and when I did it again, it's always like I love doing it, man.
It fuels you. It fills us.
Yeah,
up.
because
even if we're shot at the end of the day, right?
I don't get shot when we're at the market.
Wow.
Maybe when I get back, I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
But when I'm there, I'm like charged, you know. So
you're charged.
Yeah, you're charged in the market.
Yeah.
You can't not be, and we're busy, you know. So we're constantly busy. We don't get to, like, we're not sitting there. No one's looking at their phone. We're slammed.
You're helping them.
We're slammed, bro. The second we get there, we can't even set up. Like we're trying to set up and like, excuse me, and then we're like, oh, please, just give us 10 minutes, lady, please. And then she does, you know, and then by the time we finish doing with her, boom, we get hammered. We can't even put anything out, and then the whole day we're playing catch up. So Antonio has a very strict rule. He's like, lady, don't even come over here until like 8 a.m. So he, like, you know, he won't. I always take care of him, but he's like, no, please, I gotta set up. So yeah, but yes, to answer your question, it's the reactions and the the love we get from all the local people that gets us to do what we do. And they, whether it be the tinctures, the medicinal stuff that help them, whether it's the food, whether it's the education, because we don't just give you vegetables and say, see you on the way. We give you an education lesson on every vegetable that we grow and the benefits, and we tell you everything about the supplements and the tinctures that we do and what it does for you and what you should, you know, like, we have a lot of knowledge, you know, especially going through what we went through, and all our guys do too, because they've been trained by us. They've also, you know, been around it, and they try all the products, and once they've tried the products and they see the results, they believe. And then when you believe, it's very easy to sell a product that you believe in, because you're not selling anything. You're just telling them, this is what I take, this is what happens to me when I take it,
right?
And it's coming from their heart. They're not trying to pitch you.
Exactly right.
They're not trying to pitch you. You're trying to. People can feel they're getting pitched.
Yeah.
If you're just telling your authentic truth of what something makes you feel or do, you know, it comes out. It sells itself.
And it's a lot of value too. Like you said, you have a ton to offer with your guys' knowledge and experience with.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys are, Antonio's super knowledgeable, Spencer, me and Tana, pretty knowledgeable on a lot of, at least what we do. We're knowledgeable on what we do. So yeah, and there's a lot of things that people don't know. It's quite shocking, actually, what people don't really know.
Yeah.
So I never think, I'm like, whoa, you didn't know that? I mean, that's but there's a lot of things people.
It's a good point.
Yeah. So it's good to keep people, you know, to give them some education once in a while.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm excited for the retreats and what's to come for you in the farm, man.
Geodesic domes, they're going to be, they're amazing. I'm excited about that. So that's going to be my summer project. And that should be ready by next season. So We're going to start doing that. And we're also probably going to be releasing it out to other people that want to do their own retreats. So there's a lot of professionals that want to do like yoga retreats or breath healing or sound healing or teaching, you know, whatever it is. It could literally be done for anything. It could be corporate retreats, whatever. And then we can rent those out so people can do their own little thing.
Do it at the farm. Gratitude, right?
Well,
it's right in the farm.
Instead of a hotel with millions of people, and you're on an organic farm, you can get, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner served with a private chef, makes everything for you guys. I mean, it's It's a no-brainer, and
Yeah.
it's. I think people really want that, and it's something that we want to share with people. So it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, I'm
gonna be
excited.
exciting.
Farm dinner, March 7th.
Yeah, man. March 7th.
Joseph, thank you so much for coming today.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to share with the world? Future farmers, maybe? Anything at all?
Man, I don't. I mean, I'm just following my passion and what me and my wife want to build. So everyone's going to be different on what they want to do. A lot of people might want to create a farm that's a lot less complicated, more simple. I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's a smart idea. But
Totally.
I think that try to make yourself as original as you can and do things your way, and try to find a new niche, something that you can bring that hasn't been done before, and keep inventing yourself. But a lot of people will see and then mimic and copy, and that's okay. That's just a sign of respect, because it's the utmost respect for someone to copy you, because it's just like, wow, I want to do what you guys do.
That's right.
So
it's true.
it is a form of respect, but it can upset a lot of farmers, because they have specialty items and hey. So
that's a thing at markets, for sure.
Yeah, I mean at markets and stuff, and I get that, and I understand that, but it's important to just focus on where you're going and not worry about all the noise, like I said before.
Beautiful.
So that's what I try to do. I try to stay away from the negativity and focus on where we're going, and that carrot. That carrot is always in front of us. So
change your carrot, man.
That's it, man.
Change your life.
That's it.
Wow.
100%.
You pumped me up. Thank you, Joseph.
All right, brother.
Heck yeah.